All right, so if I wanted to find the area, or excuse me, the volume of this whole thing, this is the formula they give you. The capital B means the area of the base. Well, the base is a rectangle. So if I have a rectangle like that, I'm going to do 6 times 4 to get the area of the base. Then all you got to throw in is the height. The way most people see it is that right there. Length times width times height. But you've got to understand EOCT is going to have this with that capital B. You need to understand that capital B is just the base, which is length times width. All right, we should be able to do these two. All right, if I'm looking at this first one, again, here's the formula that they're going to give you on the EOCT. What does that capital B mean? The base. Well, the base is a rectangle, so that's length times width, and then I throw in the height and I've got volume. Length times width in this case is 8 times a 7, and then the height is 11. So I multiply 8 times 7 times 11 and get
616.
616. If I come over here, same deal. Got that base times height. That just means length times width times height. In this case, they're all 7s. What does that mean this figure is?
Even. Even.
But what is it called? When all the sides, you got a 3-dimensional box like that.
Oh, then one thing I'm trying.
What's it called? Oh, nobody? It's a cube.
I knew it.
If it's got all 3 sides the same and it's 3-dimensional, then that's a cube. So 7 times 7 times 7, and
I
there's
think it's
343.
98.
343.
Oh, Lord.
Is that right? All right. So whether it's a rectangular prism like the first one, or a cube, which is also a rectangular prism like the second one, we're still going to do the base, which is length times width, and then the height. All right, so if I'm looking at a rectangular pyramid, the bottom has to be the rectangle, pyramid on top of that. It's just 1/3 of what the rectangular prism was. So the rectangular prism was length, width, and height. So we just put the 1/3 out front, you've got the pyramid. Now, this part down at the bottom where it says height must be perpendicular, it can't be a slant height. This right here, these 3, are all slant height. You cannot use those. In order to find the height, you have to have a right angle. The thing with the right angle is your height. So if you don't see a right angle, it is not your height. Those sides will never be the height on this. All right, so if I'm looking at this first one, I know my equation is 1/3 length, width, and height. The length and width part should never be a problem, because where are those always going to be? On the bottom. Length and width are always the bottom. So that's 1/3, 9, and 8. The question is, which one is my height, 7 or 10? And if you remember, right angle means height. So in this case, my height is 10. So what am I doing with that 7? The 7, what am I using that 7 for? What am I using the 7 for? What am I doing with that 7 right there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's a slant.
The slant height does not count for anything. We never use slant height. It's always got to be the right angle straight up and down. So we're going to type that in the calculator and get 240. Is that right? All right. You got the second one. All right. So for my second one, again, 1/3 length, width, and height. Where do the length and width always come from? The bottom. So that's my 15 and 10, or excuse me, 15 and 11. And then my height in this one is the 12, because that's the one that makes the right angle. Type all that junk in and get. All right, are there any questions on rectangular prisms or pyramids? It's either length, width, and height for a rectangular prism, or 1/3 length, width, and height for a rectangular pyramid.
Hey.
Alright, same deal as before. We're looking at cylinders right now. What does that capital B mean? The base. Well, what is the base? The base is a circle. So circle is pi r squared. Throw in the height, you got your volume. So capital B is base, that's a square. We got pi r squared from that. Height, you got our volume. Alright, again, formula. Capital B stands for the base. The base is always a what in this? What's the base on a cylinder? But what is it? What?
Circle.
It's a circle. So I always deal with a circle. That's pi r squared. Throw the height in behind it, and you got your volume for a cylinder. Well, pi is not going to change. R in this case is 6. Height is 10. Type it in. You got our answer.
11:31.
All right, if I go to the second one over here, same formula. Pi r squared h. What's my r in this one?
4.
Why is it 4?
Because going all the way across.
I don't need diameter going all the way across. I need radius, which is halfway. So I take that 8 and divide by 2 to get 4 for radius. So I have pi 4 squared and 12 for the height. And I wind up with
6.2.
how much?
6.3.
All right. Again, 1/3 of the cylinder will give you the cone formula. We know the cylinder formula is pi r squared h. Put the 1/3 in front. We got your formula to use. H, the height must be the perpendicular height. It cannot be the slant. So anytime it's the outside parts, we're not using that. What are we looking for again on this? How do you know it's the height? Right angle. If it doesn't have a right angle, it's not the height. If I'm looking at this first one, what's my formula again?
It's 1/3
1/3 pi r squared h. So the 1/3 is never going to change. Pi is never going to change. What is my radius in the first one?
7 squared.
I'll put my 7 in there squared.
Then 10.
And then height is 10 because that's the one that makes the right angle.
That would be 5 13.
Any problems with that one? I go to my second one over here. Same formula. I'll say 1/3 pi. What is my r in this one?
4. Divide that by 2.
I got to divide something by 2, but it's not that one. There's my circle down at the bottom. I got to do 15 divided by 2
Oh man.
and get 7.5. So my radius is 7.5 squared. And my height is the 8.
Boy, that's it.
Remember, the one with the right angle is your height every single time. So I'm going to type that in and get
471.2.
point. All right. So we've done 4 types so far. A rectangular prism, which is just length, width, height. Rectangular pyramid, 1/3 length, width, height. Cylinder, pi r squared h. Cone, 1/3 pi r squared h. All right, the bottom part, what did we say it was?
The bottom part is the base. I mean, the rectangle.
So we got a rectangular prism, and then the top part is
Half a cylinder.
half a cylinder. So that means I've got to do those 2 formulas when I work this out. So I know that the rectangular prism is length, width, and height. Where do the length and the width always come from?
The base. The base.
The base, the bottom. So that is going to be 10 and 4. The height is the part that messes people up on this, because they see 16 and say, oh, the height is 16. The height is not 16 because the height 16 goes all the way up to the cylinder. I want to stop
Right there.
right there. Can anybody tell me how far that is?
By,
Eight.
by 8.
I don't need about. I need somebody to say it's this
12.
because.
12.
Nope, not
Eight,
that.
eight is the diameter.
11.
All right, why are you saying 11?
Good estimate.
No. That's the right answer, but no.
Hey man, I can just judge it.
All right, look at this. How long is
10.
the base? 10. All right, that means that this part that's highlighted is also 10. Well, what is that on the circle? What is that 10?
That's the diameter.
Diameter. So that means if the diameter is 10, this radius right here is
5.
5. So if I have 16 for the whole thing, and I take away that 5, that means the height is now 11.
Oh, jiggly.
Jiggle. Tyrese, you a
So 10 times 4 times 11
And,
should be 440.
Yes, sir.
Now when I go to the cylinder, I've still got to do the cylinder just like normal. Pi r squared h. Well, we just said the radius is what?
5.
5. What is the height of the cylinder?
4.
It's 4. Because the height here is the same as that. So somebody tell me what this is.
314. Wait, hold on.
314.3?
314.2.
All right, so 314.2. But this right here is the whole cylinder. I don't need a whole cylinder, I need half of it. So I've got to take that 314.2 and divide by 2. Get 157.1, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to find the volume of this whole thing, I'm going to take these two things and add them up. $597.1. All right. So on this part, the bottom, this part right here would be a what? Did we say?
Cylinder.
So I've got to do a cylinder, and then the top part.
Hemisphere.
So I've got to do the sphere and then work with that. The cylinder is pi r squared h. The sphere is what?
For volume 4. Pi.
So for my cylinder, what's the radius?
8.
It's 8, because that would be the diameter going across. So that would be 8 squared. The height is the height of the cylinder.
8. Oh, no, 25.
It's 25. There's my height going up and down right there. So somebody tell me what that number is. It's going to be pretty big.
5,026. One high.
All right. Then when I come to the sphere part, I've got 4/3 pi r cubed. What is my radius on this?
8.
8. Same deal as the bottom. There's your diameter, so radius is going to be 8. All
4 it told me.
right. So what we got?
2,144.7.
All right. But this is the whole sphere. I don't have a whole sphere up there. I've got a hemisphere. So I've got to take that 2144.7, divide by 2, and get.
1,072.3.
So the bottom part is there. The top part is there. Take those two numbers and add them up.
6,000.
6,098.